first time I really went to a country concert was Gulf Coast Jam, and Luke Bryan flew me out there, and I got to perform at it. In front of like 25,000 people. Yeah, that was my first
Wait, so your
time.
first country concert you were performing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Emily Curl, coming to you from our iHeartRadio headquarters here in New York City. And today we're joined by artist Chayce Beckham. Can we give it up for Chayce, please? Show him some iHeart love. Your first time at iHeart.
Yeah.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Let's start by talking about your song 23 that's currently #1. Congratulations. That's got to be an exciting time. How does it feel?
Yeah, I'm still processing it. It's been this whole real big pill to swallow over the last couple of days, but it's honestly incredible. I think that maybe once I get together with all my friends and family and we get to celebrate it, it might finally set in, but still I don't know what's going on right now. So.
We're going to talk more about that song and also your new album that's out now. Congratulations.
Thank you so
We're going to dive into that. But I want to go back for a minute because a lot of people watch you on their screens. You're the season 19 winner of American Idol, and which that's epic to say. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
For those who watch a show, and we obviously get to see what's put on our screens, what really goes on behind the scenes? What's it really like to be a contestant on American Idol?
Man, it's a lot of hurry up and wait, if that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's all production. We get
it's
that.
production. So you spend a lot of time sitting around waiting for someone to call your name, and then you have that like little 5-minute window. You have to like turn it all on and like be everything that you can be. Yeah, there's a lot of preparation. You're rehearsing songs like 2-3 weeks in advance. So even if you don't know if you make it through that week, you're still preparing for the following weeks. So if you do get there, you're not way behind the ball. So it's this, I feel like, really fast track learning experience for the music industry and for also like TV production, and whichever way you go, you get a very good understanding of what you're biting off.
Yeah. Did you always want to do that? Was it a spur of the moment decision?
No, I never wanted to do that.
Really?
No, it was something that my parents signed me up for and kind of cornered me into doing.
Did you grow up watching the show?
Yes, I did.
Who was like? I remember watching it, and it's like I would literally hog the landline phone to vote for Kelly Clarkson. Like that was like, who was your favorite contestant?
I think my favorite contestant was Ruben Studdard, and I think he won the second season.
Yeah, was the second season?
I think the second season. Yeah, Kelly was the first, and so it's the first few seasons were like I felt like everybody was like in America was just glued to the TV. So I grew up with that, and I remember just thinking like how crazy that experience would be as a kid sitting on the couch watching it, and when I finally got to do it, it was very surreal.
And then you win the whole thing. Yeah,
I don't know how that happened, but it somehow worked out in my favor, and it was a great place to start. They gave me this huge launch pad, this huge platform to share my music and my stories, and even though it wasn't something that I would have ever pictured myself doing, it ended up being this really life-altering experience.
And then it's so cool because you win, and you're the first to win with an original song for yourself written track 23, which that's so impressive. 23. When did you write that? Because I guess this was a while ago.
Yeah, I was 23. I wrote that song, I was on the tail end of 23, about to turn 24. Hence the lyric. Now I'm 23, soon I'll be 24. But I was 23 years old, living in Huntington Beach, California, and I just wrote the song just to make me feel better. It wasn't like a song that I was, trying to achieve anything with, or never anticipated it to be played on the radio or played on TV or anything like that. When I auditioned for Idol, I sent in a bunch of music that I'd written, and this was all stuff that I'd just written by myself. And 23 was kind of a favorite from that first initial time I sent that file. So.
Did you grow up in California? Where's home for you?
California, back and forth between California and Oklahoma in high school, and high desert, Victorville. That's where I was born.
What's like the country music scene like in California? Like, what'd you grow up listening to?
Well, where I grew up, there wasn't really a lot. Very desolate. There wasn't a lot of people, and the schools were all pretty small. So my family, my mom's side was they all moved to California from Oklahoma. So growing up, that's all we listened to was country music.
What was your first country concert?
Actually, my first. So we never really went to a ton of concerts or anything like that. The first time I really went to a country concert was Gulf Coast Jam, and Luke Bryan flew me out there, and I got to perform at it. In front of like 25,000 people. Yeah, that was my first time.
Wait, so your first country concert you were performing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I've never gone to like a country festival or like a country, like I'd go to bars and listen to music in bars, but I would never spend, a week's pay to go watch a festival. But that was me, and I'd rather go drink and sit in a bar. And I've never been like a concert goer.
Meanwhile, now you're performing to these huge...
So, yeah, now almost every concert I've ever been to, it's like those are the first times I'm getting to experience these festivals and I'm performing at them. But, I was never like a festival goer or a concert goer. It's the first time I got to go to an actual country show was one that I got to sing at. It wasn't mine, it was Luke's, but I got to sing it. Yeah, we got to sing.
Were you so nervous to be on that stage?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I just got off Idol, and there's a lot of pressure when you're singing for, like, an audience of millions of people that are watching, tuning in on TV. So it was the first time I'd sung in front of 25,000 people. That's for sure.
I was gonna say that's a different thing. Like singing to just know when you're singing to an audience versus singing to all those people is gotta be.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That was like 3 years ago. And the song just went #1.
That's wild.
But I've been singing that song and telling that story since that was the first time I performed it after the show. And that was my first country concert.
Okay, and you and Luke Bryan struck up like such a great friendship. How did that come about?
He just he took me fishing. I think he didn't think that I could fish as much as I do and as good as I can. I'm not the best fisherman, but I do fish, so I know what I'm doing out there. So I think he was a little caught off guard with my fishing capabilities. And then he was like, okay, this guy's cool, and we got along really well after the first time he took me fishing. And then he gave me just a lot of really good advice about how to deal with the industry and the business and, record labels and media and radio stations and management and, pointing me in the right direction for my management. And just has really been a huge mentor and a helping hand in a very chaotic situation.
It's funny because he's like such like a funny, chaotic person too. Like he's like
he's a big ball of life. Like,
yeah, he really is.
Such a large, energetic being.
What's like what's something that he's told you that's really stuck with you? You mentioned like that he's giving you advice in the industry. Is there anything that you've really taken to heart?
Yeah, one of the first things he told me was to just. When you go in and you pitch something, you got to believe in it. And he said that if you believe in it and you tell them that it'll work, he's like 9 times out of 10 they'll believe in you and they'll let you do it. So he was like,
optimism.
Yeah, but like have 100% confidence in your plans and what you want to achieve and know the direction you want to go and point the ship in that direction, and everybody will help you get there. And that's definitely something that kind of came to life with this last album.
Did you steal any of Luke Bryan's like moves for your onstage performances?
No, I can't pull it off. He's doing all sorts of stuff up there, but we always get because we know him now. Like, me and my family and everybody, we, got to know Luke pretty well. So now it just cracks us up. We're like, look at him go up there just like doing all these, hip thrusts and stuff like that.
Always. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about your new music. Like we said, your album is out, So Bad For Me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talking about believing in your music. What, you go in, you have this album. What sides of you are we going to see? Walk us through it.
I thought I tried, really hard to expose a lot of different sides of myself, but listening back, I think maybe I just exposed my heartbreak side of myself, and I don't like there's no love songs on there, nothing like that. It's just all about getting through stuff and trying to, find the other side, whatever that may be. Yeah, it's a whole project about just trying to find your way back home, even if you don't know where it is, and that's definitely how I feel sometimes. So I think that the last 3 years of my life I've spent writing and creating, and when I finally got the chance to create an album, I was able to kind of pull from some of my favorite sessions and put together this collection of songs that really talks about the last few years and the few years before that, So, I mean, the record isn't all that happy in that sense, but it's this great collection of true stories, stuff that comes from my life and stuff that comes from things that I felt or wanted to say that I couldn't figure out how to say in a conversation. I was able to put those into a song, and that's pretty much what it is.
Are you on the other side of Heartbreak now?
I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm in a relationship, and life is great. I think that just the last few years, where I was that's the music is a result of that, and you get to kind of hear that, and hopefully in the next few years, life changes. I'll write about different stuff, and that's kind of the beauty of it, is it just keeps on going, and you get influence from other places.
What's it like playing those songs in particular, knowing where they come from on the stage, on tour?
Some of them are hard. Like 23 is like a perfect example of a song that like you wouldn't necessarily want to sing every night. If that's like your actual truth in your actual life. You just kind of get this incredible feeling whenever you know that you're just telling your testimony, your truth, and you can see other people connecting with it, and you hear people singing the words back. That's my happy ending to the story, basically, is me getting to go on stage and perform and sing. So it makes me happy. It's a very full circle experience where I get to, look at where it started, and then where I'm at in that very moment, on stage in front of thousands of people, getting to sing my songs. It's hard to be upset when you're doing that.
Right, you're like, we're so good. Going back to 23, last question for you is like, why do you think so many people have resonated with it? Again, this song that you wrote a long time ago that's had this resurgence, it's now #1. What do you think it is about the song that makes it so special?
I think that whenever I wrote the song, like I said, I just wrote it for myself. I didn't write it for anybody else, and it was just like a therapeutic songwriting session for me. And this was way before I even knew what a songwriting session was. I wrote 23, not in like trying to be like a braggy type of way, but I wrote it in about 20 minutes. So there's like a level of like, I don't care.
Isn't that wild when that happens? I feel like some of the best ones come that fast.
And I don't think it's like this, like, oh, I can do this and this. It's like not caring and just being like, I'm just going to write down whatever comes to mind. And, I have this guitar part that I've been playing, and I'm going to put these words behind it and scribble, scribble, scribble. There you go.
Yeah.
And I think just telling your truth and trying to make it to where you feel better, other people, we're all a lot more alike than we like to, say we are. I think that everybody experiences those kinds of things.
All just having some similar human experiences.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think when an artist does that, it's a lot easier for a listener to connect with them. So.
Well, we're so excited for this album. Congratulations
Thank
again.
You.
Congrats
on
23.
So much.
Can we give it up one more time for Chayce Beckham in our studio? And make sure you listen to all of Chayce's music on iHeartCountry, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.